How do? Long time no see. Haven't made any content in a while. Haven't really had time, to be fair. Got a new job and all that sort of mush you don't really want to hear about. Now, let me introduce you into the latest project. On a previous video, as you've seen before, I made a portable gas sort of camping bonfire. But productively, that wasn't really that good of an idea. Now that we're creeping into the colder months with the camping, I thought it would be a good idea to make a mobile heater stroke power source. So introducing the multi-function heater, camping, fishing, whatever you want to use it for, power source and 5 kilowatt heater. Basically it's just a 5 kilowatt heater inside a toolbox with a leisure battery and an inverter, but it looks cool as shit. I decided to go for something a little bit more portable, something that I can carry with me, something that's on wheels that I haven't got to lift, and something nothing too heavy. It's weighty, but nothing I can't lift onto the back of the truck. I wanted something that, one, would keep us warm, one that can be self-sustaining so it doesn't need its own power source, something I can charge stuff off, something I can run anything I need to, phones, chargers, tablets, camping sockets as well, so it's not just your standard 240 socket, plus something to keep me warm. So this is the heater beast. So in the bottom here we've got ourselves a leisure battery. I'll show you all in a bit anyway. This is where most of the wiring is, all the fuses and everything that keep it all going. And in the top section here is where we have the heater. We've got ourselves here a nice 240 socket. We've got ourselves here a 3-pin camping socket. This here is a marine control panel for ones that people use on boats and stuff. So we've got ourselves here a cigarette socket, and then under here we have USB. Here we have a kill switch that turns the power on to everything. It's running at, can we see it, 13 volts. It's quite handy because it's a full kill switch when you don't want the kids to mess about with it, so you can actually pull it right out and it's got no power, nothing at all. So on the first switch here, we've got the power inverter for the power socket. You hear it fire up. Now I've got 240 running to here and to here. The second socket is the fans. I have a nice big old 120mm fan on the side to keep air sucking into the heater. And on this side, I have 2 smaller fans to keep air going and keeping everything cool, all the wiring and everything cool. We've got ourselves a nice big floodlight, nice and bright, gets the job done. And here is the power source to the heater. I obviously wanted to use this in the garage as well over the winter times, and I didn't really want it to run on battery power. So here I have a bypass. So I'll isolate it down here, turn it right off, and then I have a standard 240 socket which plugs straight into the wall. Granted, it doesn't power any of these, but I'm not going to need it because I'm inside the garage. I just need heat. So this bypasses straight to the heater and it runs from the mains, so I don't waste the battery while I'm using it indoors. And also here and here I've got 2 windy out bits here, and then I connect a trickle charger on it because this is a direct feed down to the battery, so I don't have to open the box up and I don't have to pull the battery out to charge it. I can actually charge it while it's all there in close. So first layer we have a diesel heater, diesel pump, fan, cable so I can run it off 240, and other little wiring parts this needs this to run for. Now, and then this is the power inverter that is connected to the direct feed at the front, so I can power it off the 240, which will knock it down to the 12 volts so it doesn't blow heat up. Right, second layer down we have fuel tank, takes a litre, should last you a day quite happily. 600 watt inverter, kill switch, and all the fuses that are connected to the switchboard at the front, plus a little live and negative block, just made it easier for wiring up. And as simple as bottom block has a 12 volt leisure battery in there, and that is it, literally just it, and a little fan to keep it cool. Right, now you've had a little looky look, let's get it out in the garden and give it a whirl. Right, first things first, power on, And we chuck the fan on, keep it cool. And then we chuck the power on, which will then give us the power for that. And then around the back, exhaust on, which you can see here, long enough to get out of the way. And then on the side here goes the air, and then that can go down to wherever you want to put it, or put a longer hose on or something. But we go onto the panel and we press go. And then give it a few minutes to start kicking in. Right, so been running a good 17 minutes. We've got a little bit of steam coming off the wrap because obviously all the moisture's got to burn off, but that seems fine. The back plate, it's not hot at all, so nothing on the inside is getting warm at all. It's well, I've got my hand on it, it's not even it's barely warm. So yeah, all good. Running for 20 odd minutes, no heat, nothing whatsoever. We've got the fan on the side sucking in plenty of air, keep that fed. We've got fan there, keeping everything cool. Absolute loads of heat coming out of that, and I mean to the point where you can't keep your hand in front of it too long because it's too hot. Well, as far as I'm concerned, there's my daughter's hand. As far as I'm concerned, it's running perfectly. Right, so after that little test run, I let it run a full tank and I checked the heat, checked the temperatures, checked the box, checked the plastic. Didn't get hot at all. It was on max 35 degrees flat out for the whole tank, pretty much. Left it there all day and it's fine. I know people are going to say it's going to get hot, it's going to melt, the plastic's going to melt. It doesn't. The actual diesel heater doesn't give that much heat off at all. It's completely insulated and contained. I did foil the inside just in case, but now I'm looking at it, that doesn't seem necessary at all. It's perfectly fine. There's no issues with it whatsoever. The way I cut the back out and put the plate on, that disperses the heat anyway, so there is no actual heat getting to the plastic. As far as I'm concerned, I think it's a massive win, and I'm actually really looking forward to using it properly and getting out on the camping and plugging some stuff in and seeing how much punishment I can give it till it actually says no. Price wise, for putting stuff like this together, yeah, the diesel heaters are about £100. The leisure battery, depends which one you get, but they range from £50 to £300. I think that was about 80 quid, and all the electrics and stuff comes to about £100, and I think the box was 30 quid. I got it from Screwfix. So it's not overly expensive. It's going to cost you a couple of £100 quid, but you can't buy an equivalent. You can buy a power pack or a diesel, some form of diesel heater, and I wanted it into one so I don't have to carry two things and save on space. Obviously the one thing you do have to worry about is the exhaust out the back. Make sure it's not inside your tent and you're not going to smoke yourself out. I just keep it on the outside anyway and have the hose leading back in to the tent. Well, I've got camping next week, so wish me luck. I don't burn the tent down, and I'll catch you on the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it is much appreciated and does help the channel, and I'll catch you all later.